Hey guys, welcome back to part 5 of the suicide of Rachel Foster. We have just discovered in the last part a creepy little room in the basement of the hotel where potentially it's a shrine or a hideout of Rachel Foster. Not sure, but we're about to get to the bottom of it. We're in the last day and it looks like we might be going into the sealed wing of the hotel. Let's do it.
Irving.
Finally.
I'm okay.
I was dying on this chair.
Were you?
You're right. That room freaked me out.
But I need in
So,
here.
I looked around the entire hotel, and if there's still a chance of getting to the bottom of the story, then it's gotta be behind the locked door on the last floor, in the attic.
That wing has been condemned for years.
I know, I'll be careful.
Okay.
There are too many things that I took for granted. It's as if someone was putting pieces of my past in front of me to show them to me under another light.
Was it you,
Who are you
Irving?
talking about, Nikki?
Maybe it's my father. In my music box, I found the medal I won the night Rachel died.
Oh, is that what
Dad
that
could
was?
have put it there, and if he did, there must be a reason.
It all sounds insane.
The night Rachel died. Maybe I have to start from there. I played in that really long hockey game. But what was going on in the meantime? You remember that night, Irving?
I think I was at church with my family.
Church. That night we had a mass for the poor here. We held one every year. As usual, Mom volunteered to take me to the game, but she was so busy with the soup kitchen that I was afraid she was going to be late. I remember while she ran around, she said she ordered me to close the mezzanine.
You mean the intermediate floor above the reception? What's in there?
A storeroom.
Have you been up there?
What?
No, I'd forgotten all about it. I'd better take a look before moving on.
What the hell is a mezzanine and intermediate floor above reception? Is she talking about this? This little balcony thing? I mean, this is the reception. But I mean, I'm not seeing anything other than missing paintings. Oh, there's a secret passageway. There's always a secret passageway. Lots of creepy mannequins. That's nice. And this mannequin appears to be beating this mannequin and their baby to death. Questionable.
Irving? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm on the mezzanine, and it's a nightmare. There are mannequins everywhere. They're set up like in a scene. There's one with a hockey stick. Wait, what the fuck? That's my stick! If you're listening to me, whoever set up this representation, I think they want to tell me that Rachel was killed? But why my hockey stick? Hello? Hello?
Did she beat
Why isn't he
Rachel to
answering?
death in her sleepwalk?
Irving, I swear I'm not kidding. This is a
And they
huge deal.
covered
If you
it
can
up.
hear me, it's time to make that phone call.
Where are you, Nicole?
Where are you,
It's
Irving?
about time. Why didn't you answer?
How many doors have you opened, Nicole? How many are still missing?
You're being creepy.
What? Are you drunk?
Keep going.
Hello? Hello, Irving.
Keep going. Why are there wet boots here? Irving, you're in the hotel. I know that you are. Mysterious boots. Irving. Irving, where are you? He's in here and he's opened it. What are you doing, Irving? Something is definitely afoot. What kind of sketch? Car accident, transmissions, Montana weather. Who had a car accident? Strange lights. Seen from the hotel. Nicole's data? Was it me? I feel like she said she did at some point. There's a heater, a little mattress. This is sketchy, Irving. I knew you were in here.
Hello?
I imagine you found my room.
What?
I did.
What does all this mean?
That's a question I've asked myself many times. What does all this mean, Irving?
And why are you
How
living
far do you want to push yourself?
in
How
the
much can you
busted
take?
wing?
What?
Every memory, painstakingly gathered, every reconstructed piece, every little element retrieved from the dark. A photo, a hairband, a lipstick. It means
You placed
remembering,
them?
Rachel. That's what all this means.
Irving,
I didn't choose this path. I
Who
had
are
to do
you?
it.
What did you do, Irving?
These walls ooze with memories. The memories get into the walls. Under the floorboards, they creep into the crawl spaces.
You're not with FEMA. You... Jenkins... You never talked to him. Your boss, the phone call, all those weird events. You were behind all of them.
Someone had to bring the last piece of the memory puzzle
well,
here.
what is that?
Most important one. You.
Me?
How?
I...
Your father wanted to keep you out of it. I convinced him that only you could resolve the equation, as he called it.
I don't understand.
How could you? Over the last few days, you got a little taste of what it means to dig around in the past, hunting for memories that scratch away behind every wall in the night. We did it for years.
You and my
Day
father?
after day after day.
Y'all need help.
All lies.
I have nothing against lies. I grew up around lies.
Is
But
Irving
now it's
this
time for the truth
child?
to come out. Finally.
Well, no, because she only died 9 years ago. Who are you?
Who are you, really?
I want to tell you a story. There was an invisible boy. Like everyone, he just wanted to run on the grass, ride a bike, swim in the lake in summer. But his father had other plans for his soul.
Did our
In
father
his
have
dark
another
world
child?
made of silence and prayer, there shone only one star. His wonderful sister. A heavenly creature that spent hours telling him fairy tales in secret. She who told him what a free and strong man
Rachel's
he
brother.
would become one day.
Rachel?
She was like that. Free and strong. At the time, I didn't understand her dyslexia. Or what retard meant. That's what they called her at school. but I could hear her cry at night. I wanted to protect her, but I couldn't. One day, that beautiful, luminous creature met someone. A human being that saw her for real.
My dad.
Yes. And I was the invisible witness of what happened. A love. Simply a love. Nothing more, nothing less. But that love was too much, and it would be punished. Who paid for this love, Nicole?
Rachel. Rachel was your sister. Now I remember you.
You were too caught up with your hatred for Rachel to notice the innocent little kid that sometimes tagged along.
I didn't hate your sister. I was just jealous.
Doesn't matter. Those days are over.
How could I have forgotten you?
I mean, it was a
I
long
was
time ago.
raised to be forgotten.
What do you want from me?
The day my sister paid with her life for her love, we all died. We make up the history of the Timberline.
It was a tragedy. But you...
We all got frozen there, in that very moment, in that confined horizon of events. As you'll understand, as you've already begun to understand.
Sir, are you gonna kill me?
I want to know what you want from me.
You have to keep going to get to where I wasn't able to go. You will be the new witness. You owe it to us. And you owe it to her.
Irving, you're a freaking creep. There's a whole living area. Oh, the manager's key or whatever it was. Why can't I pick it up yet? Is this where they would do the things that they did? Sketchy. Guess time to watch the projector.
A few years have passed since I last used this old tape recorder. I think you were in elementary school. I imagine a testament should start in a poised manner. My dear Nicole, my favorite daughter, etc., etc. Poised, weighty, serious, irrevocable. I prefer asking you how you are. How are you, Nikki? You're probably tired. I can imagine. At this point of your journey, the marks and voices of this old hotel will have already whispered all their secrets. You've always been good at solving puzzles.
Perhaps I'm thick, but I do not
In this,
know
you surely
what they
resemble
want.
more your mother than me. Irving has always been convinced that you, only you, could surmount the fear and suffering that exuded from these hallways. We tried. We waited. We were terrified. We studied. We listened. We listened to her. But all the love in the world wasn't enough to decipher those muted vowels, those wide open eyes, those tears of light. In your time and space, in the here and now, I will no longer be with you. But it doesn't matter, trust me, it doesn't. Stars still emanate their light even after collapsing, right? There's a lot of light here. There's light in death. I want to free myself of all this darkness. I can no longer see the stars. I'm tired of surviving in this limbo. So, how are you, Nikki? I'm good.
Are you?
I will be good.
Doesn't seem that way.
Figure out what Rachel is saying, Nikki. She's here.
I don't know. But where does this key go? What's that? Ranking? Of them playing chess, I suppose. Now, is there anything else I can interact with? Can't walk on the bed, even though it appeared to be on the floor. Murderer? Who, me? I think not. I don't know. Maybe we go get those reels out the office. Oh, was that my car key? Why are you calling me Irving?
Leonard was a very special
You're
man.
a creep.
His soul was big enough to love both you and Rachel.
I knew my father's soul better than anyone.
You were just a jealous kid.
Don't you dare try to make me feel guilty. You don't...
I just want you to get to the truth.
So why didn't you tell me about the truth?
Tell who? The Nicole who thought eating beans was the worst tragedy and couldn't wait to finish this business and run away, forgetting everything all over again?
Oh, we're still trying
You
to do
don't know
that.
anything about what my mother and I went through.
But you're different to when you got here. Now you can discover the truth, a truth that otherwise would have destroyed you. I didn't lie to you. I protected you.
Listen, I'm sorry about Rachel. I hated her, and I hated my father, but I never wanted it to end like that. I understand your pain, maybe better than anyone.
Betrayal, shame,
Mom's
death.
car. Oh my gosh.
family
you
was
guys,
destroyed.
I think Rachel's body
Just
is
like
going to be
yours.
in this trunk.
How much longer does this pain have to last?
What do you think?
It'll be over
That's
soon.
in now.
What else is there to know?
You want the truth. Well, I can't give it to you. I've already given you everything I could. Now you have to tie the pieces together.
What does that mean?
Your father always said we are the sum of the people we take with us, and you abandoned these people. Here, in this place.
Enough riddles, Irving. I'm tired.
Me, too.
No, I don't think
You're
you
the
are.
only one who can give a finale to this story. It's time you open the last door.
What is it? Did you see it? I didn't see it. It's nothing now because it's in our hand, whatever it is. But what? Guess we'll wash the fucker. I don't know why we couldn't just unwrap it there in the garage. But whatever. Well, I don't know how to use the freaking washing machine, apparently. What do I wash it in the sink? I guess so. It's definitely bloody. And there's the retainer.
Oh, God. How could I have forgotten?
What?
I saw everything. I was there. All the pieces were in front of my eyes.
A kid's eyes.
It was the same night as the hockey game in Missoula. Reverend Foster was so busy with the preparations of the meals for the giving to the poor at the Timberline Church. And my mother, Claire, said that we would get back from the game in time for the distribution. She convinced my father to help the Reverend, and he'd come with his whole family. You and Rachel.
Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
I couldn't find my stick. I panicked and I went down to the garage. Claire was there, red in the face. Her look.
Her look?
It was just a fleeting feeling. That's why I erased it from my memory. I had to erase it, understand?
What was in her look?
It just wasn't her. It was like a frightful creature.
Did her mom kill Rachel?
A disturbed, dangerous animal. I've never seen her like that before or after. Not even on her deathbed. And then she put her hands on her hips, exhausted. She smiled. And there she was again, my mom. I thought it must have just been the impression of a moment. I had the finals against Cold Springs High awaiting me. I climbed in the car, throwing my bag into the back seat. My hockey stick was there. Claire said she'd cleaned it. She'd cleaned it.
Go on.
No, I don't.
Go on!
We got there on time and I played. Best game of my life. And the last. Claire was on the bleachers encouraging me.
Why does she address her parents
cheering.
by their first name?
And then I lost sight of her. For 2 whole periods, I think. And later, when I asked, she said she'd moved because Marty O'Donegal's father was getting on her nerves. But it wasn't true.
Just enough time to go back to the car.
Don't say it. Irving, don't say it. Don't say a thing. I don't... I traveled all the way with Rachel's body and the baby she carried inside of her in the trunk, rolled in the blanket. God, oh my God. She killed Rachel.
Well.
Thank you, Nikki.
But she's dead too, so it's not like you can get justice. What do you want here?
You've had your revenge. I hope all this gives you the peace you were looking for.
I wanted you to help me uncover the truth.
You're saying you didn't know that Claire...
I was only a kid. But she never wanted me to get to the bottom
Who
of
is
it.
she?
Rachel is here?
You know, I think she's still protecting me. But I'm grown up now. Now, we can all be reunited at last.
What? Wait, where are you going? Listen, we can work things out. What happened is terrible, but all the main players in this story are dead. Get it? Dead. We are still alive. We're alive. Me, you, we didn't do anything.
That's exactly what we did wrong, Nicole. We didn't do anything.
What were we supposed to do? We were children.
It's beautiful here. Rachel told me about it so many times, but I never thought it was so beautiful.
What? Irving, where are you?
It's white as far as the eye can see. Beyond the
Are you
mountains.
gonna burn us down, homie?
You left the hotel? But it's too cold. You'll die out there. Irving, please.
I've lived in the dark for years. You freed me. And now I can finally rest in the light. I can go back to her.
Don't go. You can't. Don't leave me, too. We have our drink.
It's not
Whatever,
a goodbye,
this dude's
my
a creep.
tough, pragmatic, stubborn Nikki. We'll meet again. Another time. Beyond this horizon of events. Everything is
Irving? Irving? I don't want to stay alone here. Everything seems to be becoming dark. I'm scared. Who's there?
Well, he didn't go out the front door.
Rachel? Is that you?
Well? Oh, I'm back in my car. Some phone is ringing, and ew, I'm holding her retainer.
Yes?
Nicole, it's me, Jenkins, the attorney. Finally, I can get through. You don't know how many times I've tried. I can't hear you. The connection's bad. How are you? I was really worried about the storm.
I'm good.
Great. I'm glad. You're sure you...
Listen, I don't want to sell the hotel anymore.
Why?
What? Damned interference. I didn't catch you. What'd you say?
I don't want to sell the hotel anymore. You've been really nice. Your job is done. Thanks.
Oh, well, I see. Well, you're the owner, and you got every right to decide. But maybe we should talk about it in person. I want to understand. This kind of decision...
I'm back home. And I have to stay here.
No, you don't. What kind of crazy nonsense are you getting dragged into? Well...
You know, Mom, I was thinking about going to the lake. Remember where we went with Uncle John
Have
last
we
year?
cracked?
Daddy and I started talking about the stars. You can't see them during the day. But they're always there. You feel like it? I would so like it. And we can have dinner at Doc Smith's diner on the bank. Rachel and Irving could come with us? What do you think? It would be so nice to be all together.
Are we gassing
Mom?
ourselves in the car?
Dad, it would be so nice.
I think that's exactly what's happening. We've taped it up and the exhaust is coming in.
Wait. I did all that you asked me. Stop it, please. Anger shouldn't rule our life. You said that. I'm scared.
Well, why are we doing this nonsense?
I don't want to die. It's getting dark. I can't see the light.
Turn it off. We don't need to do that. Turn it off. This is not the right choice. Get out of the car.
I'll stay here with you, Daddy. Mom, we'll bring back the Timberline to its fortune together. We will be happy again, all together. Yes. Like a whole family. No more anger. Just love.
The suicide of Rachel Foster. Turns out it was a murder. Okay, well. So, that's it. She tried to herself at the end, but luckily we had a choice and we were able to stop that. But this girl really done cracked one. Like, why are you staying here? Sell this thing, get this out from under you, move on with your life. Like, yeah, sure, it's a terrible situation, but it's not your burden to carry. Anyway, that's just my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think of the story and what happened? And what do you think our character should have done? I'll see you in the next series. Goodbye. If you made it to the end, hit the like button for the algorithm, subscribe for more content, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video.